Immersive gameplay. That is what we are all after. What do I mean? What do I mean by immersive gameplay? I'm talking about immersion, but I'm not talking about immersion in the general sense. Let me give you my definition of immersion as it relates to tabletop role-playing games. It is simple, and I can give you an easy example to make that really, really clear. You are watching a movie. You are into it. You're imagining what might happen next. You're paying attention to every moment. If somebody says your name from 10 feet away, you might not hear them. They might have to say your name more than once. They might even have to come over and physically poke you to get your attention. You are immersed in the movie, and that is the immersion I am talking about, where you're completely focused on the activity, what's going on, and your mind is really, motoring ahead, really thinking about that thing that you are paying attention to. So when someone says your name, you might not notice. They might have to poke you to get your attention. That is the zone of immersion that I think we are all after when it comes to a tabletop role-playing game. The problem is, you might hear some people say that there is only one way to that experience. And what would really disappoint those people would be to find out that there is more than one way to that experience with a TTRPG. For example, there are some people in the hobby that think you have to be in character 99% of the time to truly be immersed in a gaming session. And if you're out of character for too long or for any period of time, most of the time, it's going to take you out of that immersive experience. I hate to disappoint them, but that is simply not true. In my experience, when you go out of character, when you're talking outside of the game, if it's about the game, if it's about what's going on, you can talk for a long period of time, stay immersed, and jump right back deeply into the imagination, where you left off, like nothing stopped. And you'll be immersed in the conversation about, what's going on outside of the game, having that discussion, as you will be in the game, in character. Now, let me be crystal clear. I am not saying that is true for everyone, but that is true for some people in the hobby. They can go out of character for a long period of time and still be immersed into the game, really focused, really paying attention, and then be able to jump right back to imagination land, right? Like right back intense into their mind and keep going forward. In my experience, there is out of character talk that can take you out of immersive gameplay, and that is when you are talking about non-TTRPG related things that are not related to what you're actually doing, the gaming session. When you're talking about, how the weather was last week or where you went shopping, that can take people out of the immersive experience. There are a lot of people in the hobby that are convinced that their way is the only way because they can't seem to get to that immersive experience, in any other way. So they might not understand that there are other people that can get there in these other ways. When you get to immersive gameplay, the next guy to you can't tell you what he's doing is better than what you're doing, because the only goal to what you're doing is for you to have the immersive gameplay experience. Once you reach that, you are at your peak. And your peak might not look the same as the next guy's peak. Now, don't get it wrong. I think there are elements about what we do that, can be bad and can be good and should be talked about. And there may be areas that every one of us can improve. And listening to what other people who have went through this, what they have to say might help you. Because the idea is just bringing our experience together all to improve what we do back with our groups at our tables. I'm not here to, talk to you as if you need advice. I'm here to just conversate with you, brainstorm with you as a fellow game master. For new people out there that do need advice, that don't get a nose that's way up in the air, well, guess what? I am here to help you. But let's never get away from what we're all really looking for. To make that experience at the table as best we can for what we want, for what we enjoy. and it's not always going to be the same. Again, your peak might not be my peak, but either way, we're both looking for the peak, and there will be something similar between us. You should be immersed in what you do, and I'll be immersed in what I do. That's it. That's what we're both looking for. So if you get there with miniatures, or if you get there with theater of the mind, or if you get there with 30% of the game is out of character and only 70% of the game is in character, or you get there by 99% of the time spent in character, whatever gets you there, that's fine. But one truly is not better than the other, well, depending on who you are. One might be better for you than the other, but it might not be true for the next person. Anyway, for now, take care. You know what you can do? You can hit the like button. You can share the video. Oh, and there's another button you can press. That one that lets you subscribe to my channel for more content. Oh yeah, there's that bell thing. You can press that so you know when I've uploaded a new video right away.